Hello Algebra 1, today we are back. We are spending the second day on systems. We're going to do more elimination today because that's what's used mostly in geometry next year. However, most of the time when you solve a system in geometry, your equations are not already in standard form. So we're only going to do these two problems today, but you're going to notice that we're going to have to move a bunch of things around in our equation first. Okay, so again, our first step is to make sure we're in standard form, and that looks like this: ax plus by equals c, which really just means we want our x plus our y equal to a number. Okay, and generally we put our x's and our y's on the left side of the equation and our number on the right side. So that's what we are going to have to do first today in order to solve these. So notice in number 1, my 5x is on the left side, that's where I want it. I also want my 4y on the left side, so I will have to subtract it over. My 10 is on the left side. It needs to be on my right side with my other number. See, I want my number after my equal sign, so I will have to subtract my 10 on both sides, and it's going to combine with my negative 20. That means the equation I actually want for the first one is a 5x. I subtracted my 4y over, so it's a negative, equals, I had a negative 20, I subtracted 10 more, so that's equals negative 30. Now I'm in standard form. Okay, and we're going to do the exact same thing for the second equation. Your x is on the left side, that's where I want it. I also want my y on the left side, so I'll start by adding 3y over. Okay, my 2 here, it's a number, it's on the left. I want it to be on the right. See, my number comes after my equal sign, so I will subtract it. Okay, and then I'll just go ahead and combine what I can. 2x was on the left, it stayed there. I added a 3y, so plus 3y equals, and I had a negative 10 on the right side, and I subtracted 2 more, so that's a negative 12. Okay, so now I can go ahead and I can do elimination. I'm going to try to cancel my y's because I already have a negative and a positive. I can't make a 3 become a 4, but 3 and 4 both go into 12, so I'm going to try to make these 12 y's. To do that, I'm going to multiply the top by 3, because 3 times 4 is 12, and I'm going to multiply the bottom by 4, because again, 3 times 4 is 12. I'm not going to put any negatives in here because I already have a negative and a positive. Okay, and now I'm just going to be really careful that I actually multiply each term. So 3 times 5x is 15x. 3 times negative 4y is negative 12y, equals 3 times negative 30 is a negative 90. Okay, and then I'll do this again. 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times 3y is positive 12y. That's good. That's what we want to see. 4 times negative 12 is negative 48. And again, you are adding these together. So we'll go ahead. 15x plus 8x is just a 23x. And again, feel free to use your calculator. Those are going to add to 0. They cancel. Negative 90 plus negative 48 is negative 138, I believe. Yes. And then I need my calculator to divide this. Divide by 23. It's going to be a negative something. Let's see. Negative 6. All right. So now, once you have your x, you can plug this back in wherever you would like. I would recommend you use one of these two equations. The standard form is usually easier, and I do that before I do the multiplying. So I'm not going to do the 15x minus 12y. I'm actually going to do the 2x plus 3y equals negative 12. I like how that one looks better. So 2, my x is negative 6, plus 3y equals negative 12. And evaluate. Okay, and I'm solving for y, so I'll add this 12 over. Negative 12 plus 12 is 0. This does not mean no solution because there is still a y here. We can still divide by 3, and y is just 0. Okay, 0 is still a number, don't discriminate. Okay, and then we'll just put our ordered pair. All right, so this means that those two lines would intersect at -6, 0. They're on the x-axis. All right, so we're just going to do one more, and then I'll explain your homework problem to you. So again, you need to get standard form first, which means x's and y's are on the left and your number is on the right. So both of these equations we will need to fix again. I'll start by subtracting my 3y over. That way it's on the same side as the x. I also need to subtract my 10 over. It needs to be on the right side with the other number. Okay, and then I'll just rewrite this. I had 4x. I subtracted the 3y, so that's why it's a negative, equals, I also moved my 10 over, so it's 9 minus 10 is -1. Okay, so there's your first one. Now we do the next one. Keep your 3x where it is, subtract your 2y over. The 6 needs to go be with the -4. We will add it. Okay, it's adding with our -4, and now we'll combine. We had a 3x, we subtracted 2y, equals -4 plus 6 is a +2. So now we have standard form. This one, we don't have a positive and negative. Like both of our x's are positives, both of our y's are negatives, so it's up to you which one you want to cancel. Personally, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Personally, I am going to cancel my x's, okay, and actually, just like we did here, it's 4 and 3, I'm going to go with 12 again. 12 is what I'm going to go for. So I'm going to multiply my top one by a 3, and my bottom one by a 4. However, there is one thing that I'm missing right now, because if I do that, I'm just going to have a 12x and a 12x. And 12x's don't add to 0. They would add to 24. So you do need to have a negative somewhere. I'm going to put the negative with the 3. Doesn't matter as long as one of them has a negative. Okay, and now just be really careful when you distribute a negative. -12x, -3 times -3 is +9. So 9y, and -3 times -1 is +3. And now I'll distribute my 4, 12x, 4 times -2, -8y, 2 times 4, 8. And we are always adding here. All right, x's will cancel. 9 plus -8y is 1y. 3 plus 8 is 11. And you can divide by 1 if you want, but it's just y is 11. Okay, and again, pick an equation to plug that 11 back into. I would recommend a standard form one. I'll do this one here, the 3x minus 2y equals 2. And just make sure you plug the 11 in for y. Okay, 2 times 11, -22. Add your 22 over. 2 plus 22 is 24. And divide. And x equals 8. Okay, ordered pair, 8, 11. Okay, so now, because those take a little longer, we only are doing 2 of them. Your homework tonight, or I guess it's not really, I mean, I guess all of this is homework, right? You're doing all of it at home. Your submission for today is this guy right here, just this one problem. Notice that first equation I gave you is already in standard form. Okay, so there's really only one thing you have to do in that second equation. There's only one thing you're going to have to move. And then I'd like you to go ahead and solve this using elimination. I am going to give you your answer. It should be a -1,4 when you're done. So again, you want to submit just this problem, all right? You just need to take a picture of this problem and submit it, and then I'm going to give you some feedback on how you did, okay? And if you want to fix it and resubmit it, you are welcome to. All right, I hope you have a great day. Bye.